guys, what's up? Long time no see. I took a little bit of a break and it was really nice and refreshing, and I'm ready to start doing some videos for you guys. So today's video, I just couldn't wait any longer. I wanted to do like a makeup tutorial and whatnot, but I couldn't wait any longer to try this concealer because ever since concealer week, I've actually had this concealer. I just got it like right after concealer week, so I didn't have a chance to add this into concealer week. But this is the Morphe Fluidity concealer and I am so excited to try it out. I'm going to be doing a whole first impressions video. I'm going to be trying it out with you together and I'm going to be checking with you guys throughout the day. So we're going to be testing it and seeing how it looks with my dry, wrinkly under eyes. I have these folds underneath my eyes that every concealer will sink in, for sure. Like concealers will sink in there. But I also have like dryness, so I don't want the little lines around from just a dry concealer. So I just always have a problem with concealer. That's like my biggest problem area because it always looks old and wrinkly under there, and I want it to look smooth and covered. I have really bad under eye circles because I don't sleep very well, so there's a lot going on, a lot to cover, and I'm going to be doing that with you guys. I'm going to be trying it with the sponge, with the brush. I'm going to be checking it really close, like super close in my face all day long. We're going to be doing check-ins, and we're going to be seeing what Morphe claims the concealer is supposed to do, and it doesn't really do what it says it's supposed to do. Morphe, I'm looking at you. So that's what we're doing today, you guys. If you're trying to shade match, as in you're trying to see what like shade of skin I have, I put a list of foundation shades down below and a link to a bigger list so you can check that out for a reference. I actually think that this concealer color is perfect for me, so to lighten underneath the eyes. If you're new, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified of all my future videos. And let's get started. So what does Morphe say? This retails for $9 on the Morphe website, which is not bad. It's not bad considering their foundation is $18. So this is really, really good. I have the shade, listen up guys, because I don't know why everyone misses whenever I say this. I have the shade 2.15. Okay, so this is the shade C2.15 and it is perfect for underneath my eyes. Just gonna say that. So mine is 2.15 neutral, light medium with slightly peachy undertones, and I don't think it's like super peachy. I think it's so slight. It really is neutral, and I really, really love that. So just in case you're wondering, sometimes concealers can get really peachy and orangey, but this one's not like that. So this is what Morphe says. It's available in 31 shades. Show blemishes, imperfections, and under eye circles. Who's the boss, babe? This creamy AF full coverage concealer can multitask like a mofo. Not only will it leave you with super blendable concealer power, it brightens and contours like nobody's business. Game on. 16-hour long wear, sweat-proof, transfer resistant, water resistant. Good, because literally at this very moment, my eye is watering because of my contacts, and like I hope it doesn't destroy, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's supposed to be sweat-proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of fragrance and parabens. Let's just check that right now. Is it free of fragrance? It definitely has a fragrance. It smells like just like what concealer's made out of, like just like chemicals, but it's very, 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 very slight. It's ophthalmologist tested. Oh, okay. So they have a very, very white concealer is what they're saying, and they're doing like different tips. You can use this to do a cut crease, to highlight, to contour, all that kind of stuff. And they kind of break down like the levels, level 2, medium, level 3, tan. I'm level 2, and this is the lightest one in the level 2. But they have all the different ones, and they kind of label it out, which I'm going to give them props, and you may say, why does that matter? It matters. When you're shopping to try to find your shade, when somebody labels it out, says what the undertone is, what the shade is, and they did such a good job of being organized, it's easier to find your shade because there's nothing more frustrating, especially shopping online, getting something in the mail and then having to return it because it's not the right shade. It's just so frustrating. So I think Morphe did a really good job with the way that it's supposed to be. So let's get started with the demo of this concealer and me putting it on, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we have the concealers. This first one is the Morphe one. We're just gonna see if it oxidizes. It maybe oxidizes a teeny bit, but not really. I feel like it looks pretty much the same on the eyes. Morphe 2.15, Joa Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer in Natural Ivory, Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer in medium beige, Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in natural beige, e.l.f. Camo Concealer in light beige, Infallible Full Wear in cashmere. Those are some swatches, reference. It's basically the same color as the Milani one. Okay, here we go. Here's the Morphe Concealer. So I have on my foundation and basically my foundation and some of my eyes done. And I'm just gonna use this underneath the eyes, and it looks like it's light enough. This side, I'm using a sponge, and I already kind of blended it out, and I didn't hit record, sorry guys. But it actually feels really smooth. It has a lot of coverage, and this is like the perfect shade, the perfect color for me. And I love how it blended out with the sponge. So on this side, I'll use a brush. And it's a really smooth formula. Really smooth, which I really like. I'm gonna use this brush. Even the amount I did may have been too much, because it's like spreading so easily. Put a little bit of leftover everywhere. Both sides with a sponge and a brush look really, really good. And it looks like I can still see glow. I don't know if it's because of my foundation underneath, but it's not like deathly matte. This one definitely feels more like the Milani creaminess, but a little bit creamier, like not so watery. This one is too dry, so this one is not as dry as this one. It's not dry at all, actually. I really like this formula. I think it's really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. I took a flash picture and it does not give me any sort of bounce back, which is good. I'm gonna go ahead and set it lightly. It kind of set by itself, but I still would do like a quick something. Wow, it's looking really smooth and really nice under there. It does not look bad at all. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll bring you guys in really close so you can see like what I'm talking about. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup and I'll bring you guys in really close so you can check out how my concealer looks. So I actually really love it. I think it looks so smooth under there and I really love the formula. Surprisingly, it is a very smooth formula. I thought it was gonna be very matte, very drying, very much like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's not at all, you guys. This reminds me a lot of the creaminess of the Milani, which is with a little bit thicker. That one's the Milani one is thinner, and this one's a tiny bit thicker, but in a nice lightweight way. And I really love it because it has a lot of coverage, and it looks really beautiful. I love that color for underneath my eyes. I think it matches beautifully. And even though it does go into those creases, like always, you guys know that's my problem. They always go into the creases. They don't add more lines and they don't make it dry around, which is perfect. I really am loving it. And as you guys can see, it does not have any flash. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right off the bat. I took a flash test right after, did not have any flash, which is really good. So I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. I'm gonna check in at the 5-hour mark and then at the end of the night, and I'm gonna bring you in super close so you guys can see all up in my business. We'll see how it works underneath my lines. We'll see how long lasting it is. I do wear contacts, so my eyes water sometimes. So we'll see how it goes. You guys, wish me luck, and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's been over 5 hours. I think it's been 8 hours and I completely forgot to check in with you guys. So I'm doing it real quick on my phone and then I'll check in one more time before I go to bed. But this is kind of how they look. I'm actually not minding how it looks. This is a really harsh lighting, but I don't mind the coverage. And I feel like it's lasting pretty well. And it looks really smooth like here. This is a concealer I definitely would use for my whole entire face, for sure. Check this out, you guys. My father-in-law found me sugar cane. Sugar cane. Thought I would show you, just in case you're wondering what that was. In case you're wondering what that was back there, and my hair is horrendous right now, but forgot I was filming a video. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Doesn't look too bad, I think. I'll check in with you guys at the very end of the night. Okay, so it's future me here. Don't worry, I do have a clip of how my concealer looked after 12 hours that night. I'm gonna share that with you in just one second. But I quickly wanna talk about my thoughts now that I've been using the concealer for about a week and kind of give you my full thoughts and reviews on it. So first off, let's go to the clip. I've been wearing it for 12 hours and it wasn't super long lasting. I did notice that I could see my under eye circles, but it didn't look caked up, it didn't look dry, it didn't look terrible under there, so I wasn't super mad at it. Not to mention, I had been rubbing my eyes because my contacts were watering like crazy, so that's something to keep in mind as well, but I don't think it was horrible. And the lighting wasn't the best either, so I feel like that was kind of casting a little bit of shadows as well. Now that I've been wearing the concealer for like about a week, I'm wearing it right now. I actually really love it. It's a good concealer and it's nice. It's super creamy. It's not too drying and it's kind of like that perfect in between. I feel like it's a little bit more hydrating than the e.l.f. Camel Concealer, but it still is really gorgeous. It's not too much. I think if you have dry under eyes, you're going to really like this concealer. I think it is absolutely bomb. I am obsessed with this color. I think it's such a gorgeous color and it's a perfect match if you want to just brighten underneath and you're around my skin shade, 2.15. I do really like the texture and the formula and I would definitely get this for the face. If I found a match that kind of matched my face, I would definitely spot, conceal, and contour. This is a perfect consistency formula to contour the cheeks and like the nose. This would be a really good concealer to do that with because I think it is really nice. It is really smooth. It's not drying. And I just love the creaminess. It is so incredibly creamy. I just really love it, you guys. If your under eyes are dry like mine, I think you're still gonna like this. I think this is worth a try. It's definitely not super matte like the Morphe foundation is. I'm wearing the Morphe foundation right now with the concealer and I love the undertones. I think this is really nice and this one's supposed to be a neutral and I think they did a really good job of making it that way. So I think that it is long wearing. I think that if your eyes are watering and you're rubbing on your under eyes, it's going to rub away, but I think when I don't touch my under eyes, it lasts me a good amount of time, 8 hours for sure. It's not something that fades after 5 hours. It is long lasting, but if you're like crying, it's not waterproof. I don't think it's water resistant and I definitely don't think it's rub proof, which I don't think any concealer is rub proof. And if your eyes kind of water, it's okay, but if you're like crying or anything like that, it's probably not gonna hold up. And not a lot of concealers do. That's just kind of the fact of the matter with concealers. But I do love it. I do think it's long lasting enough and I do think I love the formula and the creaminess of it. I'm really glad I tried this. Like I'm really impressed and I've been reaching for this more than my e.l.f. Camel Concealer and you guys know I love this baby. It's just really good and it does feel very lightweight. It doesn't feel cakey or thick as well and it doesn't give you a flashback. So those are kind of my thoughts on this and let me know what concealer or foundation you want me to try next. I see the Tarte one, the Tarte Shape Tape Hydration whatever form foundation. That one's in my cart already. So comment, let me know what new foundation or concealer you want me to try. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.